Good morning, everybody. It is bright and early. We're day 9, last day of summer, and we've got a load of milk we need to take down to the wholesale milk dairy. This is the different. This is a different dairy than where we've been taking our milk recently. We've been taking our milk down to the factory dairy, or the production dairy, but they've called us up and they've actually asked us, can you please not bring any more milk? They apparently have a production delay in getting any more milk produced, or not milk, but any more cheese and homogenized milk produced, and basically they are concerned that they might not be able to get to the milk they have before it sours. So we've called up the place that we take our homogenized milk to, and they are ready and willing to take our raw milk straight from the farm here. So that's what we're going to do this morning. And the goal is to try to get on the first ferry out of the island. The first ferry leaves right around 5 in the morning. Well, basically it's 5 in the morning, or when the first customer shows up to be carted across the mainland, or if the ferry dock on the mainland calls over there and says that they have a ride over there, then the ferry will leave. I'm going to try to get over there before that happens. Boy, this road here at night is dark. Not very well lit. Well, it's not lit at all, and the moonlight does not help much. We're going to be doing too much driving at night with the Forerunner, or the Land Cruiser here. We're going to need to maybe think about investing in some halogen lights. These stock lights are not very bright. Alright, let's just park this over here. I had last night and got our tractor set up over here, ready to bring the load of milk over. Check everything out, make sure we got everything working. Yep, looking good. Check the gauges out. Yep, they look good. All right. We have got listening to the weatherman last night. Was saying that it was going to be nice and sunny today. But then I go and get up this morning, turn on the weather radio, and you know what they're telling me? They're talking about this fluke storm that seems to be coming in off the sea that is bound to bring us some hail. It's not good news, because today we were going to try to get the rest of our grass fields cut and tedded up into hay. I don't think we're going to be able to get them all baled up today. But those fields are smaller than 19 and 20. And 19 and 20 were the biggest fields. And we got them tackled yesterday. We got 96 hay bales off of those two fields last night, or yesterday evening. We also had a little bit of time last night to go ahead and get those two fields sprayed. So we do have liquid fertilizer on them now. So let's hope let's hope they're still here. Let's hope they're still here. Lift the gate up. So hey, buddy, they're here. Good. All right. All right, we'll just turn the lights off, shut the engine off, and we'll wait on a ride. All right, another safe ride across the ferry. All right, let's see here. Got some morning traffic. All right, on out here. I believe this is the turn off. All right. Yep, there we are. And they were telling me they take regular or straight from the farm milk right there in the first door. Go ahead and see if they're ready for business. That looks like it. All right. And there we are. 5:30. First light is sun's about to come up. See that early dawn light. Nice slow emptying of the tank here. All right. $3,800 later. That's pretty darn good for raw milk. Let's go shut the gate. Shut the door. All right. Like I said, we got to hurry back and get back to the farm. We need to hook up our mowers and see what we can get done before this hailstorm comes. All right. I'll be right back with you once we drop this tank off and get back to the sheep farm. Alrighty. So the first thing we probably should be doing is doing a little bit of maintenance on here. Got 8 hours till we need to do it, but you know what? It's probably good to go ahead and maybe get this done. Let's pop open the back here. And let's do some repairs. $751. Before we go any further, we should probably turn these lights off. Go. All right. get to mowing. As you can see, directly in front of us, our wheat is coming along quite nice. We're at 71% growth. I thought I had thought I had already purchased the. I already had. I already owned the Whoopster. 57% growth, 6% crop moisture, 8% ground moisture. Man, it's dry. 100% fertilization. Guess the crops could use a little moisture, but really not wanting the hail at this point. Instead of starting our mowing up here today, I'm going to go ahead and run down here to the some of the fields that are close to the water. One, because hopefully it'll give me a better idea when the storm might be coming. And two, well, if I'm going to have to be mowing this early in the morning, I'm going to be looking at something quite nice, and that is the sound and the sea and everything. Quite a nice picturesque view. Just want to go ahead and head on down there. Get to these grass fields in a little bit. While we're down here, we can check out our potato field too. See how it's doing. I am expecting our potatoes to be ready once we move here into autumn. So that's probably going to be the next thing that we're going to get involved in is potato harvesting and taking our potatoes over to the BGA. So since we have the BGA extension mod in, the BGA will take potatoes as an acceptable fuel source to fuel its energy production. 83%, 80% growth. Right. I think I mentioned this earlier, but one thing that I really like about this map is this large area here that you see on lots of fields, where they basically provided this large grass notch for you to basically pull in with your equipment and kind of get it ready without having to tromp on the field. It's thoughtful and pretty cool indeed. I'm gonna start on the grass field. We've got a little bit of a notch cut out. Everything get up to speed, and here we're off. So speaking of potatoes, I want to give a big shout out thank you to Talgar. I was in, we were doing a live stream last night on Germantown, and he was gracious enough to actually gift me the Europa DLC over on Steam, and I was like, well, thank you very much, dude. That was awesome. And I want to shout out to Talgar again for being a super awesome guy who is apparently a combat medic with the military, and hats off to you, dude. That is a very honorable thing to be doing, and very risky, I would say. Be out there in a potential hostile environment and be so focused on caring for others that seriously, man, that is something that needs to be amended and recognized. And I thank you very much for the roping DLC. And as I was saying in chat, first time we're going to use it is probably going to be on this series, because we've got that potato harvest that we need to bring in. I was going to use the I was just planning on using the in-game Homer. I guess it's Homer. No, it's the Grimy. I was going to use the in-game Grimy potato harvester. I wasn't going to use this because this thing annoys me. Because the header here is 3 meters wide, and the pickup on this one is 2 meters wide. That just seriously annoys me. So I was going to use this thing. We were going to lease it, but we don't have to now. Now we can use this thing, and we'll lease that. It's cheaper, which is really awesome. Or heck, we may even buy it. Who knows what we're going to do. Let's check here. The only big worry is what the horsepower need is. 150. Do we have it? Or will our big tractor pull that? Big tractor is 200. 12. So we should be good. The only question is how MR will play with it. Field's not overly hilly if we go the right direction with it. So once again, thank you very much, dude. And seriously, thank you for your contribution and your service. See, the weather just changed. Now it's predicting sun, so that's kind of implying we may be one step closer to a hailstorm. Of course, if we get to a wet crop condition, then we're going to have we're not going to be able to ted our grass into hay. The only thing we can do is bale it up as silage bales. Which itself might be something useful. Thinking about that, we got 60 some silage bales, and now we got 96 hay bales. I'll have to look at my spreadsheet to figure out how many hay bales I think we're going to need to support those 700 sheep and 26 cows now. Looks like we've had ourselves a birth. I'm going to have to see how much we're going to need to support those until next year, but I have to think that 96 bales of hay is going to be plenty to carry us from through winter and into early spring. Pretty good. I have to say, I like this combination of the side mower and the front mower for tractors that are a little lower on the, a little smaller on the horsepower spectrum. It gives a decent working width of about 5.5 meters, almost 6 meters of mowing, and it allows, if you're playing with crop destruction, obviously you're mowing the front in front of the tractor before you drive on it, which is rather nice. And then you know, the side. So I kind of like this setup over and above the butterfly setup. The butterfly setup is probably, if you're using MR, it's probably something that you really need to have a tractor that's probably up there close to 300 horsepower to really really get going. Simply probably due to the PTO draw on the 3 mower decks. Even this can be a bit of a struggle for the tractor to get going. Maybe we could be so lucky as to, let's zoom out and just look over this farmland a little bit. There's 2 fields way over there by that grove of trees that we were working in the other day. Maybe we could be so lucky as to have our have this hailstorm just go away. So not the grass field, but the field just past the grass field right there in front of us. That's field 8. That's the other field that we're looking to pick up. Figure out where the gate is to that particular field. Do a little in-cab mowing, which is also nice with this setup, because as long as you make right turns, it's fairly easy to tell where the mower deck is. Just drive with the front mower deck up to the edge. The side deck will just obviously follow in behind it, beside it. You have to worry about missing parts. See, the mower goes fairly quick downhill even with the mower on. We bogged down around 9 miles an hour coming up the hill. That's why I'm thinking the butterfly mowers, probably really with MR, probably should have close to 300 horsepower, maybe 275 or so. Just keep it, everything running nice. Before the hailstorm popped up, threat of the hailstorm popped up, my plan was to mow the rest of this grass and then come around and ted it all, windrow it, and then come around and obviously just bale it all up. Just go from field to field and bale it and see how much we could get picked up by the end of the day. But with this hailstorm threatening, I'd hate to mow this grass and end up losing half of it due to the rainstorm laying here on the ground. I'm gonna try to maybe do a little expedited field work. Alright. What we're going to do is we're going to come down here. We got to figure out where our header is. Got an idea. I left it down here at the cow farm. Over here to check. See if it is. You buy that that potato harvester. That was $120,000. That'll take us down to 280,000. Then we're going to need to get a trailer, tipper. So that'll probably be another, let's see here. Try to figure out what tipper we're going to get. We'll probably get this little Joskin trailer. Maybe this Agriliner. 7,000. One of those two. Still have a fair bit of dollars left to pick up our harvester. We also need to pick up a harvester for our wheat field. See the merge max down here. Tedder down here? No, it's not. Right, well. Let's go up to... up the sheep farm. Yes, our other tractor's up the sheep farm also. Our harvester options. Oh. So get this Dominator for $100,000, or the Mega for $46,000. Header for $12,500, so that would be $124,000. Got the other one, and $120,000 for potato harvester. So that's $245,000 ish. Let's just call it $250,000 just for easy math. After we bought the probably $70,000 after we bought the trailer and the harvesters. Got basically have by morning close to $420,000. So that is going to sit us still with $100 and some thousand. Still sitting pretty good with respect to everything. Before we go up there and pick up that tedder, oh no, get a couple more little fields mowed up. This is what I wanted to look at this morning. Pull in here a little bit and then shut our gate. Once we get going here, just look at that. Look at that sight. I mean, who wouldn't want to come down here in early in the morning and do some work down here on these fields? Hang off the fence row there. Don't want to be catching our mower and our tedder and everything on the fence rows. So when we come back, we will be in early autumn, and I very much expect that we will have harvest due. Finally, something other than grass work. It's been a little bit of a struggle for me trying to figure out what I'm going to present here on Rathlin that isn't well, just mowing and all the other stuff. So we've gotten into our greenhouses, which are going to be quite profitable over winter and early spring, I think. We've also got our milk production that will ramp up once winter comes. These cows are going to be pumping out the milk, so we're probably going to need to make daily trips or multiple trips daily across the sound, deliver milk to both the production plant and the wholesaler, I expect. Of course, we've got to maintain the production plant, and every few days clear it of cheese and homogenized milk. And then we've got our just keeping up with our animals. I've also toyed with the idea of bringing in some pigs, but we don't have the crop for that. But if we do pick up those other 3 fields, then we can put in put a field of canola in, and we can put a field of corn in. We'll have wheat, so we'll put a field of wheat in and save some wheat back from our harvest. We'll have the potatoes down the BGA. It'd bring a couple thousand liters of potatoes up for our pigs, and that would basically be all that would support our pigs, but we wouldn't have any of that food until the end of autumn next year. So it's going to be a while if we do pick up pigs. If we do that. Again, the plan is going to be to get these fields baled and off before we have our Hale come in. That little beast is going to probably sour our day. Might find ourselves with some hay still to get done once we come into autumn. And I think tomorrow we will probably be picking up the potato harvester and seeing what kind of trouble we can get into with the potatoes. So with that, I'm going to sign off and check you guys here on Monday. So this video should be airing on Friday the 18th. And hopefully, if all is well, on the 21st, we will be back and we'll be harvesting potatoes. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, please click the like button. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe. I mean, what are you waiting on, right? And go ahead and hit the little bell notification to get notifications of new content. Come check out the live streams. We've been streaming a fair bit regularly. This week, not so much this week. I'm actually traveling this week, so streams I would normally do on Wednesdays and are not going to happen simply because I'll be out of town from Wednesday until Friday evening. So I'm actually still traveling when this video is airing, but all is good because I recorded this one a little bit in advance. So live streams this week will be a little short. May not have a map video for you guys yesterday, again, because it depends on what kind of maps are coming out and if I can get those produced early enough before I need to head out of town. So until next time, guys, happy farming.